Good morning and happy Saturday, everyone. I see you out there. Hello, Biggles. How are you, my friend? Guess what today is, guys? Today is the day that we get to start yet another map, and I have a bit of an idea that I'd like to bring into existence. So, something that I may or may not be using in the near future. So we're just gonna load it up and see what we can do here. Okay, so first and foremost, this is gonna be an indoor map. Need to record a video? What are you recording a video for? Or are you allowed to tell us? Alright, so we need to get the floor just right. Oh, very nice. Very nice, Biggles. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I think what this is gonna end up being, I think this is gonna be like a jail block, a cell block. Fantastic, them are fighting words where I come from. And unfortunately, I don't know who you're talking about. But I'm sure whoever it is knows exactly who you're talking about. Let's see. This one might be a relatively simple map. But we'll see. We'll see. I might get it halfway done and then decide to change it up. You were talking... I didn't see that one coming. Well done on that one. Fantastic. Good morning, Shadow Warden. How are you? Does anybody have any plans this evening? Or today, just in general? I know a lot of people get their yard work done on Saturdays and such. Luckily enough, or unluckily enough for me, well, it rained yesterday. So, I don't think there's going to be any yard work done on my end today. Part of me just really wants to do nothing today. Now, I know that if I were to do that, I would basically have this sinking feeling of accomplishing absolutely nothing. And, you know, everybody has that feeling. You know what it feels like. And, yeah, it's not great. So I feel like I'm going to need to do something. I might clean today. I desperately need to clean. I definitely need to clean. Streaming and opening trading cards with... What trading cards? Ah, see? Yep. Fantastic. Fantastic nose. Well, hold on. At this point, Moss is like a gay blind fella. He'll never see it coming. Okay, it's the coming part that makes it gay. Okay. I see. I see. I was like, wait a minute, because they don't. Gay people don't, or not gay people. Blind people don't see anything coming. What does that have to do with being gay? And then, you know, the coming. I see what it is. Okay. I'm very slow this morning. You guys, you'll have to bear with me as I gather my bearings. Okay. Cool. So we've got prison walls. And so... Oh, masterful. Oh man, if you want to avoid meth heads, fantastic. The county fair is not the place you want to go to. I'm telling you that right now. Yeah, we need to make sure we get the grid shown on here. Let's see. How do we want to do this? Four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I think we're all right. I'm just kind of eyeballing this, so there's definitely going to be things which are not quite as symmetrical. Hey, Chrysanthemum, we were just talking about doing yard work and how I can't do yard work today because it rained, and neither can Fantastic. So it's a good day. It's a good day. to where the weather prevents us from doing yard work. It's nice. I suppose that there's other yard work that can be done after the rain, but why bother? Unless you like doing yard work, in which case I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so I think there's going to be one little narrow cell that's just going to have like... That's going to be the storage cell. Right? You're burying a dead groundhog. I'd be afraid that I'd get fined if I tried to bury a dead groundhog, just because, you know, the city where I'm at is probably going to require you to call such and such and be like, hey, I need to dig a grave. And then be like, what are you digging a grave for? I'll be like, you know, a dead digger. And they'd be like, what did you say? You know, groundhog. Alright, best of luck, Pickles. Good luck in your recording. Oh, nice. Okay. It's not really a county fair, more regional. Montgomery Gentry. Dude, Montgomery. Oh, no, I'm thinking of Brooks and Dunn. I'm going to say, I got a soft spot for Brooks and Dunn. Montgomery Gentry ain't bad. They got some good stuff. Foreigners got some good stuff. Some hair tribute band and rapper named... and a rapper named Florida are performing this year. That's so funny that you say it that way, because if anybody's ever seen Silicon Valley, which is a fantastic show, by the way, if you haven't seen Silicon Valley, there's this big party that all these tech guys have, and obviously it's very lavish and they're so socially awkward they don't know what to do with it, but they hire Flo Rida to perform, and the richest guy at the party, the guy who's throwing the party, he gets up front stage and he's like, thank you, Florida, for that wonderful performance. I know it's not funny when I describe it, but it brings back good memories of watching that show. It's so funny. Let's see. You thought it was a typo. Yeah. No, Flo Rida's a real guy. He's been around for, man, since I was a kid. See, they got all kinds of different barrels in here now. I don't remember them having this many. This is, some of these are pretty nice. Nice barrels, dude. See, I'm just gonna leave everything at like... Yeah. I think that's a decent scale. Crate of squid? Interesting choice. A nugget with a shovel. We're gonna continue dressing it up a little bit more at some point once I kind of get a better idea of like what each of these cells is used for, because I know exactly what's going on here. This isn't necessarily a prison that is used for the storage of conventional prisoners, I should say. Put a rock over the hole so no one steps in it. Very nice. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah. No, I don't think that's... None of these are really doing it for me. Alright. So guys, I'm going to be fully and 100% transparent with you. Your boy ain't feeling too good this morning. So, bear with me. I'm going to go off camera real quick. I'll be right back, alright? apologies, ladies and gents. To answer your question, Fantastic, how many I ended the night with? I ended the night with 5. So it's not like, you know, I didn't go overboard. Honestly, I didn't have any more after that one that I finished while I was on stream. So it's not like I had an inordinate amount of beers. But, you know, I went over to a buddy's house who I hadn't seen in a little while. And we had a few. And that's all there was to it. We had a few, and then I came home. Almost too late. I almost lost track of what time it was at that point. And, but luckily I made it just before Rude Eye was done doing whatever it was that he was doing. And, yeah, I had a few. Just a few. But, like I said, I only ended the night with 5. But I'll tell you what did it. The, the egg rolls I bought. Monday. Because I have a customer at work, and I'm pretty sure I talked about this before. I guess 5 beers in my height might be a lot. I don't know. I've gained a little bit of weight, so 5 beers at 160 pounds. I mean, I guess that could be a lot. I don't know. But I bought egg rolls on Monday, and these were divine egg rolls. They were so good, man. They were so freaking good. But I tell you, man, they were greasy. And they were turkey egg rolls. So it's not like they were overly, you know, fatty or anything like that. But man, just deep fried anything anymore just really gets to me. And I've been cleaning myself out ever since I got those. Alright, but trying to figure out. We're looking here and we're seeing how we can dress up this prison to make it a little bit more unaccommodating. Yeah, 160. That's after I gained weight. I was, maybe 165. I you know, I kind of float somewhere in the 160 to 165 range. There was a point at my lowest, within the last 5 years, my lowest was 149. And I'd like to get back there, honestly, because I looked pretty good at 149. Let's see, what kind of statues do we got? But before that, I don't think I had weighed that little. Probably since high school, yeah. Hello, History over on the Twitch side. How are you, buddy? Happy Mapper Day. Happy Mapper Day indeed. I feel like I know what I was doing. Indeed. Fantastic. Indeed. One of those things I can control. And I like to think that I have controlled it thus far. Oh, you know what I need to be doing? Oh, what am I doing here? Oh, good Lord. Oh. Okay. Here's what I need to be doing. Alright. The problem here is that I've got these. Oh, good Lord. I've already screwed everything up. Okay. Here's what I need to be doing. This needs to be a solid, like, stone brick wall. Hey, poopy. Gluten Morgan, Sir Clueless. One of your cats must have walked across their laptop last night and paused on a key too long. Accessibility stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Cats are strange, man. Unpredictable. I like cats a lot, especially when they're an affectionate cat. But dogs are predictable. And that's why I have dogs. If you want to call it corgis, dogs. It's like, you know. Because corgis are kind of like toys, in a way. It's a toy that is incredibly happy to see you when you get home. Yes, corgis are just spread rolls with legs. Yeah, exactly. Well, they are, yeah, Biggles, they are dogs, but, I mean, you know, a German Shepherd or a Golden Retriever, those are dogs. A Malinois, that is a dog. An Alaskan Malamute is a dog. Corgis are like, they're dogs, but they're also toys. And I know they're bred for a specific purpose. They were bred for like vermin and stuff like that. And let's see. Well, they're Welsh, so they would have been. Yeah, I think they were bred to catch and trap vermin. Because I don't know. You know what? You know what, Biggles? I take that back. You're right. Chihuahua. If there's any dog that's not a real dog, it's a Chihuahua. And I apologize for any Chihuahua owners out there, but I need to find okay, so wait, this looks like a really cold, that's an ice wall. Here, let's do this. After being bugged all day at work, I just want to come home and be left alone. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't mind being bugged by my dogs. Because they're not really that demanding and they just want attention, you know? It's nice having a dog door because they don't ask. They don't, you know, they're not like, come on, let's go on a walk. We gotta go. I got so much energy, let's go. They can go outside anytime they want and just run around in the backyard. Which, honestly, they're very chill. And so they don't do that a whole lot, at least not while I'm home. They tend to just kind of lay, like, right next to me while I'm here. And as a consequence, my rug is just covered in dog hair. I need to vacuum. Good Lord, I need to vacuum. I like that. I really like that prompt. Wolves looking at their descendants, the Chihuahua, and being like, remember who you are. That's a Chihuahua. Chihuahuas already had a branding problem, and Paris Hilton made it worse. With proper branding, they could be perceived as nasty little Mexican gangsters. Alright. So I think... Let's see, how do we want to do this? Trying to figure out how we wanted to go about doing this here. What would communicate this the best? So this is the wall, right? I think these are... Oh, dagnabbit. Click on the wrong thing and it starts loading something up. Ugh. Okay. Prison. Okay. That's the wall. That's... Alright, so this is what we want to do here. Take this wall out to about here on that line. And then that's going to be pretty much, I think, just a storage closet here. Which actually, why don't we undo that? We're going to make... I don't like the way that looks. It doesn't attach right. It doesn't kind of like blend in with the wall behind it, so we're just going to do that. You know what they need on here is like a ruler tool or something. Find some sort of masking tool, maybe. Oh, that didn't come anywhere near the wall. Dagnabbit. Okay. Hello, Paul. How are you? Good to see you, buddy. Yes. Yes, Clueless it is. So if you have any insights, let me know. crates, we got cages. I'd like to see some, like, maybe like broken prison bars or something. Okay, so we've got these prison bars which are broken, but none which are just like, you know, laying on their side or anything, which is kind of what I'd like to see. Oh, wait a minute. Where are you going that still has... Where are you going that still has layaway? That's what I want to know. I think what I'm gonna do actually, a bit of, well, here, let's thinking maybe torture tables. I do like that though. Straw. Straw roofs. Straw hat. I just want a straw pile. Maybe maybe it's under hay. Ah, the secret escape tunnel. That is the question. And so, believe it or not, there is no secret escape tunnel. At least not for the purposes in which I'm going to use it. So when I put it up, let's see, what do I want to do with this? I have a specific purpose that I'd be using this for. And so when I put it up on Patreon, I might make some changes, but this is something that I, in particular, might need to use. That's regional. We don't need regional stuff. Huh. You know what? I need to ask about that. If some of my stores do layaway still. That's such a foreign notion to me anymore. No, everybody just kind of quit doing it. So I need to check with some of my, because there's like, I wouldn't mind having a small arsenal. Had I not lost all my weaponry in a tragic boating accident, perhaps I'd still have it. But you know, I'd like to have a nice safe with anything I could possibly need in it. Be pretty cool. Here's what I want to do. We're gonna put some torture devices in here. to take this. I want to take this and put it over against this wall. And if I go 90, it goes the wrong way. So I'm going to go 270, make it go this way. And we're going to slap it up against this wall here. This one is going to go at 90 degrees. We're going to go up against this here. I think. And then, obviously, maybe this goes in the center of the room. Let's see, how would we want this? Because I'm thinking we need another table. Let's see. Ooh, that's good. That's good, Clueless. I like that. I like that. Ah, thanks for the follow. Pardon me, because I'm not sure how to say your name. Riley? Ryle? Riley? Appreciate it, bud. Gotta drop it in. Oh, yeah. Iron Maiden's going in there for sure. We're gonna have an Iron Maiden. I just want a simple stone table that's not broken. Well, actually, that one rhymes with Kyle. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Ryle. Now let's see. I just need a regular stone table or something. Need a second fire-resistant gun, so our guns are so I can separate the... Oh, gun safe? Yeah, I forgot you had a reloading bench. That'd be good to have too. Because so many... You go to a range, and so many people just leave the brass. Like, if it's not like a professional range... Like one where you go and they've got the alleys and stuff like that, and the targets which can move back and forth on rails. Like if you're just going to one of those that are run by, I don't know, like your county conservation department or natural resources department or whoever manages that kind of stuff, which is the one I normally go to. Is it's managed by a state. I think natural resources does it, or sorry, conservation does it. But people go out there, and there's nobody out there to really collect it. So we've got people who will come and they'll just be like, "Hey, are you gonna take your brass with you?" No, man, you go ahead and take it. And they'll leave with bags and bags and bags and bags full of brass. I'm trying to find... Perhaps I can just use this broken table, but that's so big. Could shrink it. Well, you know what? It kind of makes sense, so I can shrink this table. Shrink it down. can't have. This is why we can't have nice things, right? Fantastic. This is why we can't have nice things. People gotta make a big stink about something. Which, you know, if they bought a house that was next to a county gun range, they should know better. They should know better. Oh, look, a bot. Goodbye, bot. Yeah, $15 a year versus $30 for a half an hour. Yeah, it's crazy. So it is DNR who does it near you. Okay. Yeah, our DNR range, I mean, it's not very well upkept. So, like, the props for targets have just been blown to bits. So there's not really a whole lot to mount targets to or anything like that. But it's got a nice little area for skeet. It's got a nice area for pistol ranges with lines painted for 7, 15, and I think 20 yards. And then it's got its own rifle range too, but I think the rifle range only goes out to about 100 yards. Which for purposes of hunting is you know, it's a decent distance. It's good enough to sight your rifle in, but let's see, what's another good torture implement? There's a whip. Oh, that's massive, dog. Why is that so big? I know that there was an Iron Maiden. I just saw it. Oh, you know what? I bet that Iron Maiden was in a different map pack. Yep. So if I put this Iron Maiden in here, it's from a completely different asset pack, and it's not gonna fit. Dang it. Oh, see, yeah, ours isn't like that. I gotta drive to get to ours. It's like, it's probably a 20-25 minute drive for me to get there. And it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. We've got a sportsman's club that's got a pistol range and all that stuff. But it's really not much to... It's really not much to look at. Our DNR area. I mean, I've not been to the Sportsman's Club, but it's like $50 a year, or $100 a year, or something like that. So I've really got no reason not to be a member over there, just so I can go bust a few. If I hadn't lost them in a tragic boating accident, that is. See, that's so big. Why is this so big? Look at the size difference. That skull is like twice as big as this other one. That's probably about right. Yeah, so we need it to be about half the size that it normally is. It'd be cool as if they had just like a pile of bones, just a single stamp that was just a pile of bones. Hello, Michaela. How are you? Phoenix Ammunition, I've heard of them. Yeah, they've been on the guy who owns Phoenix Ammunition has been on a couple podcasts that I listen to sometimes. That could have been someone shooting with a high point. Did you just get off work, Michaela? Or did you have a long day yesterday? go ahead and save our progress that we've made so far. See, I'm thinking. Good morning, 40 Viking. How are you? Oh, yeah. Okay, Michaela. Yeah. What brought you over to JJ's side of the state? Was there something going on over there? Let's see. Alright, I need to put doors on this. So, here. Okay. Ooh, you should go to the car show, Michaela. Car shows are always good fun. Okay. So here's my thing. Let me see. Let me think. I would like... Okay, so like I said, I've got a specific purpose here. So... this could be multi-purpose, right? I could have a few more cells in here. But I feel like I should leave a little bit more room open. Okay, yeah, I think that's good. I think that might be enough cells. And then I can just leave this area open. Actually, I want to swing it outward. Just stretch this out just a little bit. There. Stretch it out just a little bit. There we are. And then we're gonna take this and move it out just a tad so it's open. We're gonna do the same thing to this one. Let's just add a little bit of variety to how open these doors are, shall we? And I'll tell you what else we're gonna do. We're gonna get rid of these little doors because I don't like them. Okay. No Garbaggio. There should be Garbaggio. Maybe is it trash? There it is. Oh, actually, you know what I want to do? I want to take this one. We're gonna say that we're gonna say that this one got broken into for one reason or another. How much longer am I map making? I don't know. I mean, at least another half an hour, but I'll probably go until I'm relatively satisfied with this one. You know what? Now that I'm looking at all of these, go through and select all of these individually. What a beautiful and lovely process. But I think they might be, I might have them a little small in relation to the size that I feel like maybe it should be. So I just want to go in and make them just a tad bigger. Look at the thing before I start streaming. Yeah, you can send me a message. Hinted that Fear of Ages Past is ending soon. Any plans on what is going to take its place? Yes. I do know what is going to take its place, and I think it's going to be a little bit shorter than Fear of Ages Past, but you know, depending on what the response to Fear of Ages Past is, if we wanted to do another follow-up game after that, because I love the system, and obviously, you know, I can't oh god, I completely lost my train of thought just now. I love the system, and you know, I love the setting, obviously. And so if there is demand for it, I would love to continue on with another campaign for the One Ring. I would absolutely love that if you guys wanted it. And I've already talked to the players, and you know, they would love to do another one too. So it's just, I've got something else that I've been wanting to run, and I've got a good idea of how I want it done of the next thing that I run, but it'll be a more modern setting, and a very I don't want to say a different tone necessarily, but it'll be a different system, different setting. Actually, a real world setting, but alternative history. So I'm excited about it. I've got a decent idea for a campaign. I just need to... I've got the beginning, and I've got the end. It's everything in the middle that I need to get lined out. A lesbian Batman character that he's... Yes. Yes, Biggles. That's exactly my next character. But think like... So the thing I want to do, and I don't want to spoil too much, but the next thing I want to do is kind of it's a retro-futuristic campaign. But I'm thinking that the one that I want to do next is going to be, I don't know, man, like maybe 12 episodes? And so that would leave... And honestly, you know, Fear of Ages Past has gone on a lot longer than I initially thought it would. Because all in all, it's only 5 adventures. No, 6. It's 6 adventures in one module. So those of you who didn't know, it's a pre-written module that I've been running. So, and I read it over and I was like, okay, well, this will take, this will probably be a good a dozen, maybe 20 episodes or something like that. It is not Fallout. It is not Fallout. Although Fallout is something I would like to do at some point because I freaking love Fallout. And Fallout does have a... Yeah. No. It's not a Fallout campaign. It is... Man, I want to tell you guys about it, but at the same time, I don't want to tell you guys about it. But it's very bleak. Fallout has that sort of pseudo-comedic tone to it. And I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. So it just recently had a Netflix movie made. But the setting and tone is going to be nothing like what the Netflix movie portrayed. And I say that having only seen the trailer for the Netflix movie. But it's like 90s. So think retro-futuristic kind of dystopian 90s. So some elements of the setting will be familiar to our world and stuff, and some stuff will be completely foreign, but becoming less and less foreign. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, Biggles, that's true, yeah. And so for those of you who don't know what Biggles is talking about, we've got something in the works that we're currently working on that JJ is running. And we can't say anything just yet, but it's very cool. And I'm a big fan. Like, I've only experienced one thing, but it's like, the only thing I'll say about it is this. It's basically like anime, kind of. Yeah, Michaela, you know what it is. I'm excited about it, man. I think if I can write the campaign in a convincing manner, then If I can write the campaign in a convincing manner, then I think it'll turn out really well. Your popular phrase? I'm not sure what you mean, Biggles. Oh, yeah. Yep. What does that even mean, Clueless? You do realize any harem you acquire in this setting, they're all going to sound like versions of me? What does that even mean? Let's see. I think I just want a number of skeletons in there of things which may or may not have been eaten by the things which now live here. Let me see something here. I'm okay with the moss is likable. Thank you, Biggles, I think. Let's see. doesn't have a version of that that's broken. Kyo! Here we go, here we go. Okay, so here's what we need to do. Do that, and then I want to take this and just kind of cut. Oh no, hold on. Cut these. And then here's what we're gonna do. I might do this a couple different times. We're gonna take that, and I think what we want to do is lighten it up a little bit. Brightness. Good morning, Kyo. How are you? Ah, chemical sprayer. Begin battles with your lawn. Very good, very good. Good luck in your battles with your lawn. I know that it's not fun dealing with your lawn. I hate it. I hate dealing with my lawn, so. Okay, that looks pretty good, actually. I'm kind of surprised at how good that looks. I'm gonna ask JJ if it's okay. This past year, it could have been courting his sister. Main reason for keeping Simon around. Fair enough, dude. Like, I wasn't gonna go for that or anything. That's fine. See if I care. I don't care. I don't want to deal. I don't want anything to do with that sister. Let's see. Very nice. I've got a session I need to run. Let's see. Tomorrow morning. First thing tomorrow morning. So I find though that the games that I run in the morning, at least in my opinion, maybe the players would. No, I will not be courting Simon Biggles. Damn it. What was I gonna say before I was so rudely interrupted by Biggles' accusations of gay? Oh, yeah. I find that the games that I run in the morning seem to go a little bit better. Maybe because my brain's fresh and not quite so foggy from everything that happened during the day. Now, players might argue with you on that one. But I tend to think that those sessions turn out just a little bit better. Alright, here's what I need to do. I need to look and see. What would... What would be here for the purposes in which I need it? Well, in full transparency, Simon was very, very useful in the last setting, so I don't know if I'd go using him as a human shield. Could use the haystacks, but in my mind, this prison has been, abandoned for a good long while. Except for, certain things, which may or may not live here right now. So... I just need to figure out what those things might have in here. Yeah, I want to talk about what we've got going on so badly because I love it so much. But I like, can't. Yeah, exactly, Kyle. Yeah, the somewhat sleepy mornings are worth it. Like, you know, like I'm always, obviously now that we've got Strange Aeons going on, I don't get a whole lot of sleep on Friday night into Saturday morning. But I really enjoy doing this every Saturday. So, you know, I'm not going to complain about it, really. Broken. Okay. Thank you, Michaela. Thank you. I appreciate your, oh, man, words escape me. It is amazing that I can function at all in the morning, to be honest with you, because words do not come easily to me. Discretion. Thank you. Thank you. I was thinking candor, but that's not the right word. Yeah, thank you, Kyle. Thank you. Yes, I'm looking forward to showing it to you. The thing is like, you know, I'll tell you this much. So we've already started on it, and what we want is to have a flexible enough, like we want to have enough in the bank to where, you know, the schedule can be flexible. And I got to get rid of a bot. Boop. All right. I don't know why. Can I not just? I don't know how freaking Twitch works. Bleh. Anyway. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. We want to make sure that we have enough on the backlog to where we can be flexible with schedules, just in case somebody isn't able to make it to a session or two. So we're gonna have a number of episodes queued up and ready to go before we start releasing them, and you know that was the intention behind Fear of Ages Past as well. But with that one, admittedly, with that one, we initially intended to release them in hour-long episodes. And I just didn't think it worked very well to release that in an hour-long episode. Just because it seems to flow well enough over the course of an episode. Like the one time I split an episode in half, it just felt abrupt. And then the battle was a little bit different because that one had the Rathsareg actually had like certain phases, and so that had natural cutoff points that I think that we could, you know, separate that into multiple episodes. But every other episode, like, you know, if it's just like traveling or if it's audiences or, you know, what have you, it just seemed to flow too well for me to split it up, and so I just didn't. I didn't want to do that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, Kyle. You had an informant. The informant wasn't me, was it? Mm. looking here. I genuinely don't know. Oh, hey, Sevi. Oh. Here. Guys, we might have ourselves a little special guest coming on here.
Hello.
Hello, Sevi. How are you?
I'm good.
Good, good.
I see you are map making. What
I
are you making? Are you making the Lich's lair?
The Lich's lair? No, I am making the lair of something, but
Ooh. Is it my castle? Can it be my castle?
Can it be your castle? Well, if you are man, you know what? One of my players is in the chat, so I don't want to say what lives here.
Okay. Uh-huh. You know, one thing that's really cool that I did one time with this DM is we made our own base. Like we destroyed this massive organization, and then we hired people to make our own base and to build this huge mansion on top of it because we had so much money.
I love it.
We even had like guards and everything, and maids, and it was like all the rooms were like magically protected. So if you didn't say the correct password, you would die.
So how long were you playing this campaign for? Was this like a very long running campaign?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, because this is like something that happens, like this is one of those multi-year long campaigns, because I've got another campaign that a friend of mine was running. It was kind of an in-person campaign, and we have just gotten, and we've kind of put it on hiatus for a little bit, but we had actually just gotten to the point where we set up like a business front to where we could start making passive income and stuff like that. But we don't have a keep or a mansion or anything like that. We've just got like a
we also did have a business. We also did have a business as well where we sold goods to the people. Because we just had so much shit. That's the thing.
So like you sold what kind of stuff did you sell to the people? What kind of business was it?
Well, it was like a bar, but also we also sold like magical weapons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
ours is like it's like fantasy FedEx.
Well, see, you know me. Of course, it was gonna be a bar, and then rest of us, the rest of the people wanted it to be something else.
Yeah.
I was in another campaign which was advanced 5e, so
advanced 5e. Okay.
Which sucked. And in that campaign, we had oh no, I don't remember. No, we were in a campaign where we were doing Curse of Strahd, and when you go to the farm, we took over their printing machine to make flyers for our business, and then we started a business and we would hand flyers out, because then we had like a little business in one of the towns. Yeah, but because I was a ranger, we could move twice as fast when I was in the party. That was the only good thing that the ranger ever did in Advanced 5e, but everything else was just so fighter focused that like I ended up being like ranger / fighter.
Poor rangers, man. They get the shaft. Like
Rangers are really good, but they don't get much of anything.
I know. Well, they're just like they're a utility class, obviously. So like.
Oh my god, fantastic! Shush you! What exactly are the negative differences in Advanced 5e? All of the feats and everything that you can take are mostly for the fighters. I know that rangers don't really get things. Like rangers only get, you can listen to the ground. It's like ear to the ground or something, and then you can move twice as fast. As you're traveling. But other than that, you don't get anything else. Really, when you are a fighter, it's kind of hard, like not knowing because I can't pull it out. No, I wonder if I can pull it out. Let me go to my D&D and Beyond.
Yeah, Clueless says ideally rangers should be the ones dealing out the shafts, as in I assume being archers, which obviously, like, I tend to agree. I think that rangers need to be kind of a combo class between fighters, rogues, and druids, but less so druids. Maybe like the aspect of rangers being more in tune with nature, but not necessarily being able to, transform into things or summon creatures or anything. I don't think of rangers as particularly a high magical class.
It's not. It's really not.
I think what I want to do, I'm going to take some...
Your butt.
Yes. Now, I'm going to put some holes in the ceiling here, and probably a few more holes in the wall, because this place is actually, I think, going to be pretty run down. It's abandoned, so that would make sense. Is that ice you got there?
Yeah. Really hot.
Why are you so hot already?
It's just hot, dude. Because
you can make a better ranger by being a fighter in 5e. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you...
Yeah, you can. Rangers are basically stronger in 5e than advanced 5e. That's definitely a thing. Yeah. It just felt like a lot of things were just geared towards fighters, and that's why, like, I had the discussion with the DM and some of the players. I was just gonna be like the archer in the back, but a lot of the feats and everything you could do really was just for fighters. That I'm just gonna change what I was gonna do, and they were okay with that. They agreed with my frustration. With my frustration.
Yeah.
I never saw Strange Winds assert Clueless, so I don't really know how they did it. But depending on the campaign that you're in. So for example, I'm doing a Curse of Strahd right now where it's all guns, so it's all rifles. So there's no bows, but you could do that. So I think that's more of a DM question. If you can use a bow or a rifle,
yeah, I mean,
you could do that, because as long as you have the capability or eligibility, do that.
If you're going rules as written, if I remember correctly, in 5th edition, if you're going rules as written, the Divine Smite has to be melee. Because it specifically says whenever you succeed on a melee attack, you can then choose to expend a spell slot to cause it to be a, Divine Smite. But, I mean, I would imagine that you could probably homebrew it to where, if your DM says, okay, then maybe you've got, I don't know, like a special weapon that you're able to imbue Divine Smite into that is ranged or something. I don't know. But in my opinion, that seems a little bit overpowered. So that's something that I don't know that I would allow as a DM.
Yeah, because ranged weapon comes with a lot of fucking damage already.
Yeah.
Compared to a melee weapon. Mm-hmm. So I can definitely see that for sure. Right? That would be incredibly OP. Because, like, for example, in this normal 5e, not a ranger though, but just as a fighter that hits with a bow, I ended up doing anywhere between 50 and 80 damage with just one arrow.
Oh.
So if you add Divine Smite to that, that's gonna be insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No worries. That's what we're explaining it, Sir Liz. We're not judging you at all.
Yeah. There was in Critical Role, I can't remember exactly the mechanics behind it, but I know that, oh God, what's his name? Dang it, I can't remember the guy's name, but he played it was like a rogue paladin multi-class, and that was basically his shtick. Like, he had several daggers that he would throw, and that was kind of his main thing, is he would throw daggers, and had daggers that would return to him and stuff like that. But I can't remember specifically if he was actually able to imbue his thrown daggers with Divine Smite. He might have been able to, but I just don't remember.
A lot of the times on those shows, they let you do things that generally you would not be allowed to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because it's still very homebrew, because they want to make it fun for the audience.
Yeah, exactly.
If only everybody would take pity on our soul, let us do fun stuff.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
No, I feel bad for you.
Why do you feel bad for me? You got no reason to feel bad for me. I do roll terribly.
Oh,
though.
because of your rolls.
My rolls are worse than, I think my rolls might be worse than a Rude Eyes. Quite honestly.
No, he gets more critical failures than you do.
That's true, but I think mine are just more consistently bad. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but that's just the idea. That's the perception that I get from where I'm sitting.
I don't think they're bad. I just think
yours are better.
No, I just think you're not built for those roles. I think like you have to kind of try to remember what your character is supposed to be doing.
Oh no, I'm talking about when I run the game.
Aha. Okay. I was thinking Dina. Yeah, you almost killed Jimmy and you failed so much.
Well, he had the right person there to help him.
Clay?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody was going to be there to help him, it should have been Clay, and luckily it was.
Yeah, it was not going to be me. I'm not that strong. I can't.
Yeah, you're really good with Camelia's really, really good with a Tommy gun. Yeah. And Clay is very good with, I think he's really good with handguns, and so is Walter. Walter is very, very good with, I think Walter's got like a 80% in handguns.
He is, yeah, he is. And Clay's really good with hand-to-hand combat, as well as Maria is.
Yeah, India Maria is very, very good with
India Maria is really good with hand-to-hand combat.
Mm-hmm.
But Clay is really strong, and then because he has his knife, then he can kill people with it.
Right. I need some blood here.
Well, Sir Clueless, Jimmy has 2 hit points right now.
Yeah, and to be fair, like Call of Cthulhu is definitely designed to have characters die. But this one in particular was, not that it wasn't meant to have characters die, but like obviously the first several scenarios were kind of a slow burn in which the danger wasn't all there. There was still a little bit of danger and you going insane. But here in the last couple of scenarios that's been presented in the book, things have really begun to ramp up.
Yeah, like, definitely.
Especially like when I read the Trieste chapter, that attack, or it wasn't even really an attack. Well, it kind of was, but there's an ability that the Loigor had, in which I think I told you guys about, that caused like a vortex to start, and if any of you were caught in it, then it would have done a D100 in damage.
Oh my god.
And basically the whole idea behind it is it starts this vortex up and it explodes outward and then compresses everything into just the tiniest little size of like a tennis ball.
Oh jeez.
And just completely obliterates everything in sight. So like cars, buildings, whatever. It's basically like a mini instantaneous black hole that
wow.
Yeah. And so you guys were very smart in what you did in getting rid of that.
Yeah, I have my next character ready when Camellia dies.
Do you really?
Well, I told you about it, remember?
I didn't know. So have you already built her out and stuff like that?
No, not yet. I can if you give me a character sheet.
I can do that.
Because I kind of already have the concept. Because like that was gonna be my second option if I couldn't be a gangster, was to do that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I know what I was doing. I need blood effects.
Oh.
Yes, a red squishy tennis ball.
Why are you putting a red squishy ball in there?
That's what you guys would have been had you held onto that medallion.
Oh, God. Oh my god, and when I failed my check and I couldn't throw it away, I was like, Clay, help me!
Yeah, Clay's been...
Clay is the MVP of the party.
He's just this indestructible war veteran who's just so grizzled and doesn't have to do his sanity checks for when he sees like body horror type things. And it just works out so well for him. Okay, I think this blood, we're gonna need to darken that a little bit.
It does look very, very like.
That's good. That's good. Look at that. That looks nice. But maybe just a little bit. A little bit of splotch.
Kyo, have you killed anybody yet on the Tuesday game? I'm sure he has, right? He probably already got everybody almost killed. Yeah, Clay is also rich.
Yeah, he's multifaceted.
Thankfully, no.
It's not blending in right. Let's see. You know what I might do? I might shrink this down.
We're only on episode 3. Okay, so there's still time. That's what I'm... There's still time.
No. Strange Aeon's half-siblings are visiting their mother's castle. You know what? You might be right. This could definitely be something in there. In what I would imagine her castle would be.
Do you think she has other siblings other than us?
I mean,
She got it on with an orc? She got it on with a vampire?
I mean, there's a good possibility. It's possible that we've got, you know, half demon spawn out there or something.
Yeah, let's face it.
Mom liked the bad boys. Let's see. to figure out. I don't need to clutter this place up
Paul.
too terribly much.
I meant other children.
So, Paul, I think the answer to that question is not rightly known, because I think we don't really know what Uncle is. It could be a manifestation of Mirashi's psyche. Could just not be real.
Mirashi's not crazy. You just don't understand her.
I mean, that's a hindrance, isn't it?
It is a major hindrance. She's actually crazy as a bat. She sees things, hear things, and interact with things that are not there. So yes.
But it could also be that perhaps there might be something more to it. Because the way that I envisioned it is like, I liked the idea, for those of you who don't know already, I like the idea of my character being Wormwood from the Screw Tape Letters, being some sort of semblance of Wormwood, I should say. And so that's kind of what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And
it's always possible. One of the things that I think would be kind of cool is, what if Uncle is real? Mirashi and Oliver met Uncle, and Uncle was probably like an evil demon devil guy. You know, maybe they have siblings, you know, or have step siblings, you know, from Uncle. Maybe Uncle came after Oliver's dad and Mirashi's dad.
Oh,
we should flush this out more.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, because like, what if Uncle is the reason like Oliver and Mirashi left their mom?
That would be crazy. Okay. We should flesh this out more. Well, Uncle does imply cousins, but I think that's just me. I think that's just my character insinuating or thinking that it is his uncle. He doesn't necessarily know for sure. Oh, fantastic. Have you never heard of Screw Tape Letters? You should listen to it or read it if you're the reading type. I'm not the reading type, but I listened to the book on, it's like a 4 or 5 hour listen on YouTube, and it's phenomenal. And it really, like, C.S. Lewis, I think his least important work might have been the Chronicles of Narnia. Like, Screw Tape Letters is genius. Especially if you're kind of into apologetics and stuff. And I don't know if anybody else is into apologetics. I enjoy listening to the arguments and stuff. But let's see. Well, I don't know. I didn't know that. Fantastic. Don't get all smart with me. Okay. Why am I misspelling shackles here? There we go. That's what I wanted. Let's see. Need to rotate these around by 180 degrees. There we go. Why is it my fault, boss? Don't understand the third word in my name. Good point. Good point. Yeah, Clueless. I haven't listened to or read his sci-fi trilogy. Now, a fun fact. So the Inklings, whenever Tolkien and C.S. Lewis, and I should know this, but the other two who were in that group, they had all kind of challenged each other to do like a themed science fiction type deal. And Tolkien did a time travel piece. But that is actually where Numenor in his mythology came from. And so the ancient land of Numenor that sank beneath the waves, like initially in his writings, it had like airships and like it was this kind of maybe steampunkish type society, but that was initially a time travel story, and he decided to scrap the time travel and just incorporate Numenor and the story of Numenor into the the mythology of Arda and Middle Earth, which is I thought was very interesting. What book did...
Oh, did you see that question? Yeah. Trivia time. What book did C.S. Lewis dedicate to Tolkien?
That is a good question. I don't know for sure. But if I were to guess, I would say that he probably dedicated Mere Christianity to Tolkien. Because unless I'm getting it backwards, I'm pretty sure that Tolkien was the one that brought C.S. Lewis into Catholicism and basically, argued in favor of it and got C.S. Lewis into Christianity and Catholicism. I might have that backwards, but I'm pretty sure that's right because Tolkien was raised by... It was the Screw Tape Letters. Okay, interesting. Okay, that's good to know. But yeah, Tolkien was raised, like, after his mom died, he was literally raised in the church by a priest. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to raise these up. What layer are these on? These are on layer 2. So we're going to take all of these up a layer for the most part. And I want to put a skeleton underneath. Ah, you're right. Yep. Was it an interview or was it a series of lectures? There we go. Okay, so I'm just getting confirmation, but I do have a meeting for a certain important thing that I'm in collaboration with on very soon, so I might have to hop off of here because I actually just forgot about it until about 10 minutes ago. So we will see. Yeah, Mere Christianity was a very good apologetics book. It's very, like, it comes at it from a non... Oh, man. What? I don't even really know how to... I don't really know how to explain it. It comes at it from a kind of more of a logistical standpoint. So, all right. Well, it seems as though our meeting is going to be started up here very shortly. So I think we are going to go ahead and end the stream there. I'm not quite done, although, I mean, the map as we have it right now is serviceable. And could definitely use it. It's got, it's got a decent atmosphere to it, but it doesn't have the pizzazz that...
The pizzazz.
It needs pizzazz, you know what I mean? And so I want to give it that pizzazz. But I think I might work on it here. I might end up working on it offline just because I might need it very, very soon. And get it finished up. But everybody, do yourself a favor and go and follow Sevi on her Kick, her Twitch, her YouTube if you haven't already. And I'm sure everybody here already has. But if you haven't, do yourself a favor and go do that. Sevi, do you want to shout anything out?
Nope. Oh, I guess. Oh, yeah. Watch party of Back to the Future at 1 p.m. Central Time by Discord.
Hell yeah. We love Back to the Future right here. All right. And then with that, I guess... also tonight, are we going to do Backrooms tonight, Sevi?
Yeah.
We got Backrooms tonight at 7 p.m. Central, and then afterwards...
7:30.
We are going to do... Oh, sorry, 7:30. And afterwards, we are going to do Star Wars over on Moonskull. So we've got a day packed full of stuff, and I'm going to try to eat sometime in the middle. Also, yes, 40 Viking, go to the gym. Yes, go to the freaking gym. I also need to go to the gym. And I have to fit that in there somewhere, too. So with that, I will bid you all adieu, auf Wiedersehen, Gesundheit, and God bless.